Do you guys have any prepared questions?
For some consistency, because we've asked the last two.
Okay, that's good. So I'll just ask you the same question that we've been asking everybody. There is a big achievement gap in the Howard County school systems.
Yes.
And what is your plan to make sure that all the
Please wrap up the
schools
question that you're on now and move to the following table.
what's your plan to make sure that all the schools are performing at the same high level?
It's interesting that you phrase the question like that. So
Okay, I mean,
sorry,
rephrase it.
no.
The question is like,
Typically, the achievement gap gets discussed as about where where the system is failing certain segments of the population, and your phrasing sort of brings it around to, well, how do you assure that it can best support everybody without dropping out where it currently has. And one place I would look is to ensure that every school has robust conversations and involvement with Howard Community College, including whatever is the necessary approaches to transportation to ensure that the students that can take advantage of the additional challenge and such are able to get out of the high school environment that may not be fully challenging them and get them into a dual enrollment situation. And that was a part of my own public education in Ohio, and it greatly impacted the way the rest of my education and career went. Being able to leave high school and go into college 1 credit hour short of being a sophomore, based entirely on the additional dual enrollment opportunities that I had through public education. And for the students that makes sense with their strengths or their attentions and interests, that's a good way to both relieve local stresses while also providing the sufficient challenges to the students that can benefit and need it.
yep. Go ahead.
Hi.
So, I want to know your position on sub pay. Currently, the average sub is making $95 a day, the lowest of any sub for a 7-hour day. We pay our babysitters. So, in the lowest rate of any surrounding county, Anne Arundel has just raised its rate to $110 a day. We have a severe sub shortage on Mondays and Fridays here in our county. Do you feel that there should be an immediate pay raise in the FY 2021 budget for subs?
I think paying the subs significantly less than the surrounding counties guarantees that for the subs that have adequate transportation and flexibility in their time, it will make Howard County the lower priority option for them, which hurts our students by keeping them being trained by filled in by the subs with where it's need or requirement that has them supporting it, rather than come into our schools because this is where they'd really like to be. And as such, bringing our pay into competitive market rates with the surrounding counties only makes sense. Yes.
ask about redistricting. The last 2 go-rounds of redistricting have been a mess and very difficult for families. We're hearing that there's going to be redistricting yet again with the new high school. So how do you propose it be done differently this time?
The biggest thing that I saw with with the previous one before the last was that they sort of got into it. There was a lot of stinking community discussion, and the biggest thing was, well, we'll let somebody else deal with that. And that was a grave disservice to the students that spent the last 2 years in the buildings vastly over capacity when other buildings close by were under. And then this next one came about with spending a lot of money to have a professionally researched and prepared plan with quite a bit of time to be able to discuss that with the community and make whatever small adjustments best fit. And instead, the process was thrown out, and they just decided in the last few months to basically start it over and just go at it based on the time that our part-time board members could put into doing all the research that we already paid professionals full contracts to do. So I would try to make sure that the most qualified people were making the initial assessments, and then leave more time open for the community to be able to come in and provide necessary and useful feedback. Like, one of the things that I saw come out about the original plan was that things that looked like they made sense on the map actually ended up with like corner or right across 95. So they're like, oh, well, these houses are adjacent, we'll put them together. And then they're like, wait a second, that's like a 15-minute drive around. That was a change that then needed to be revisited. But revisiting things like that isn't the same as just tossing it out and going at it, and while wasting all that time that could have been spent working it out together. So basically, start it earlier, or make sure that the decisions can be fully researched by people with the time and the expertise to do that, and then
Please wrap up the question and turn on and move to the
sooner
next
and
group.
longer.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate your